Also, I felt that Stu was being obscured quite a bit at the beginning, so I don't know if we just adjust Vinnie or if we
okay. We can just
ever so slightly.
I'll make sure
you're
you
right,
can
and
see
you take
my
a step
face.
to your left, and you're not blocking me. As I see
Vinnie,
you walking.
Vinnie on your right, me on your left slightly, right? Is that right? So Vinnie's more this side now.
Today on Vengeance 2, we're on location at the Hush House at RAF Bentwaters in Suffolk. And what we're filming today and for the next 2 days after that is our final showdown. So it's a big gun battle with a lot of live fire. A lot of people use VFX and sort of CGI muzzle flashes, and we'll have some of those. But we really prefer to keep things physical and in camera. We're working with an amazing special effects supervisor and armourer team who really provide amazing looking weapons, and we're very lucky to be able to use, blank firers and replicas and so forth. So there's a lot of core diet in here right now. We've got some really great physical fighters, so I'm quite excited about the gunfire stuff, but at the same time I like a lot of the hand-to-hand combat, so I'm really excited about filming that. It's going to be a big gun battle with big bang bullety bullets going absolutely everywhere. I'm so excited.
Left-hand side, right-hand side, and when they're passing you, when they're filming, stop.
Got it.
Yeah, all right.
Problem.
You've got enough time for the burst in between, all right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
No problem.
Happy?
Yeah. Happy, man. Yeah. Thanks, man.
All right, cool.
No problem.
Yes, we'd need. Oh, sorry. Yes, we'd need to. Yes.
Stand by. And. Another sound.
Speed on time.
Speed on time.
Close 482, take 1, come on board.
Speed for 8. 3, 2, 1, team! And cut! That's great.
The scene is awesome. We are killers. We're misunderstood killers. Vinnie is our boss, and we're here to save him so that he can keep committing worldly atrocities,
This is my 100th movie that I'm on now. I play a rogue soldier, and Gold, played by Stu Bennett, he comes after me and trying to bring me back to justice. It's good fun, doing all the shooting up and all the rolling around and all the fight scenes. There's a lot of fight scenes in this, though. I think there's 19 fights in this, which is unbelievable. So there's been a lot. This place we're in today, they tested some rocket out here or something like that. So, the set is great for what we're doing. And yeah, there's lots of firing and lots of guns going off today. But you're in 2,500 acres here, so no one cares really. I mean, if he was going to go and put a hit on somebody, you should invite him out here. No? You'd shoot him and bury him. No one would know the difference. I think that's them calling me back. So good luck with your programme.
Thanks very much. Then we can let you guys go for a little bit. That shot for a leg. I doff my cap to you.
Just working out what's going on.
Yeah. So the idea is that really the wide is just setting up movement, because as you're going to recoil for this that thing, and then he's starting to do this and she's firing, and it's just we just want to make sure you've got a direction to move.
Yeah.
And then it's cut anyway.
Okay, so we're not running that far. So
I
can't run in these
No,
fields.
you're going to get like 3 steps.
Okay.
Because it's not, the moment it all starts kicking off, we're going to cut to like them fighting, firing and stuff. So it's just to give back.
So I've got a really easy job.
Sorry.
So I'm going to have loads of time off to just kind of chill, drink tea.
In the gunfight?
Gossip.
During the gunfight?
Yeah.
No, it's all going down around here. 70 guns.
I'd say I was a goodie, but a baddie would say that, wouldn't they? Okay, so the short answer is I'm a baddie. Me and Vinnie are just like running away. We're running away, hiding behind a big brass bin thing, and I'm just waiting there.
So you're on Vinnie's team in this film?
I'm Vinnie's fiancée. Well, not Vinnie's fiancée, I'm Sean Teague's fiancée. And I've put a team together to come and save him. So I've got all of our men together. We keep, it's a bit of a tug and war with Vinnie Jones. So the baddies are getting him, then the goodies are getting in, then we're taking him back again. It's just going back and forth. So now it's all just come to a head, and everyone's shooting the shit out of each other.
So my character's name in this film is called Renner. I like to say I'm misunderstood, you know. I'm a mercenary. So my boss is Teague. I get paid. Renner is a bit of a paradox, right? Because if you see him in a group, you will think he's really a team player, but that's on the surface, right? He has an ulterior motive. He's only here to get paid. All he cares about is the money. As long as you're paying him well, he will literally lay down his life for you. It's been great. You know, everybody's professional. You know, it is an action film, so a little bit of intensity. So, you know, I got to put my game face on for all of y'all, you know. That's my game face right there, Renner, you know. But anyway, so a lot of that, you know, a lot of intensity. So you literally, I can get up, you know, into the intense roles pretty quickly. So you have to know how to switch it on and switch it off. I mean, you don't want to be intense like for the whole 2 weeks you're shooting. You know, you're eating lunch with muscles popping out of your head and stuff. You know what I mean? You don't want any of that. But yeah, it's been good. I've had a blast, man. The fight scenes have been amazing.
Okay, so now it's all about orchestrating the first piece of gun action.
So let's get the rest of the cast in, please, and Tim to work out bits of 196, please.
Yeah.
There's always a bit of craziness on set, but it's a lot of fun. Ultimately, there is a victory in the movie from one side. I'm not going to tell you how it all goes down, but we're kind of fighting quite a bit all the way through the movie with guns and fists and throwing each other around and stuff, and this is kind of the big final fight we're shooting today.
3, 2, 1, action!
So this is a sequel. We had Vengeance come out a little earlier this year. We're now shooting the sequel. The story in this one is that John Gold, I am a ex-Special Forces soldier, and I've come to basically take out some more bad guys. It's a kind of ass-kicking machine, and there's a guy who I used to serve with, who is a guy called Teague, who's played by Vinnie Jones. He is the lead villain. We had a bit of a falling out on one of our Black Ops missions. He then disappeared, and I'm kind of brought out from my past, and I've got to go track him down and bring him to justice. Don't move until I should. Literally just stay on the spot till we get set. Let me put this here, and then we'll... Right.
And when he pushes you out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I know it feels weird, but if you can keep the arm and even the gun just straight out like that, it gives me more room to kind of duck under and move around. Filmmaking is very intense while you're shooting, but then you have a lot of downtime afterwards where you can have, you know, holidays or vacations, do other projects and stuff like that, whereas professional wrestling is just takes over your life. You don't get breaks, you don't get any downtime, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. So from that aspect, I really like the intensity of film, but then the breaks afterwards. On top of that, filmmaking is a lot easier on the body. I was wrestling 250 nights a year around the world, different city every single night, so I was constantly tired, constantly beat up. And although I'm getting pretty beat up on the set right now, I mean, I've got Vinnie Jones kicking my ass every day, eventually I get a little break from it and the body gets a chance to recover. So currently at this point in life, at the age of 38, I'm enjoying filmmaking more than I have the desire to get back in a wrestling ring. The scene we've been working on today is the big final fight. So this is where Vinnie and his gang of misfits turns up at an aircraft hangar along with me and my gang of heroes. And there's a big shootout, there's a lot of punch-ups and stuff like that. So it's bedlam on set. A lot of stunt coordinators, fight coordinators, armorers, guys passing out giant machine guns and things like that. So a lot of explosions, a lot of excitement on set, but it's going to make for a great finale in the film.
Vinnie's been captured by Stu, and as Stu's bringing him out, I come to the rescue of Vinnie. So I jump out, take Stu, put the gun to his head, say release Vinnie, and that's the scene we're doing at the moment. We think we're getting away now. We think that this is it. We've got Stu. Stu's going to be executed by Vinnie, but Stu's the hero. And in this film, the hero doesn't die.
She can just run then, and then I'll back up and get there. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, it's focusing down onto this piece. We will cut to what you're doing separately anyway, but it's just to catch that first piece.
So you're inside us then?
Almost physically.
This is one of my first main roles in a feature, and it's really pushed me, this character, outside of my comfort zone. She's quite sarcastic, and she has lots of like one-liners and comes back with things very quickly, and although she's serious and takes her job seriously, she's also got a sense of humor, and so it's been really fun to play a character that has a lighter side as well as a heavier side. So that's been a challenge. Like, there's been times when I've been going through the dialogue and the script and being like, oh, there's so many choices to make here, and there's been so many amazing people around me that I've been able to go over things with, and I've just learnt and absorbed from them. So I'm very lucky to have the people around me on this that I have.
At a point, surely by like all the guns finishing, you've actually done it. Do you know what I mean? Evolutionary Films was formed 3 and a bit years ago, maybe 4 years ago. My memory is terrible. John Adams is the CEO, and Diane Shorthouse is the MD, and they're also the producers on the film. My role at Evolutionary Films is essentially creative director, meaning I get involved with things like acquisitions of new titles that we can sell, but also things like doing the trailers and movie clips, the assets that we put on social media, that kind of thing. But my main focus, certainly at the moment, is obviously directing and editing Vengeance 2.
Well, while I was wrestling, I actually started working on a film in the UK called Eliminators, working with James Nunn and Scott Adkins. So that was my first big film role, and that was actually shot in London. And while I was in London, that was in 2015, I actually met the guys from Evolutionary Films, and they liked me. They were familiar with me from my wrestling work. And they'd heard some good reports on me working with Scott Adkins on Eliminators and liked what they saw. So we started chatting from there about me potentially getting involved in the Vengeance movie and playing John Gold in Vengeance 1. And the more we talked, the more I liked them. And I think the more they liked me. And fortunately, things went very well. We've got a good relationship, and we're now on the second film together. So hopefully we have many, many more.
We're a fairly modestly budgeted feature, so time is always against us. We have limited resources, although we punch very high above our weight. We have an amazing crew and cast, so it's really all about everyone sort of coming together and making the most of the time we have and trying to deliver as high quality material as we can in that time.